Welcome to this video. This time we're going to be talking about race day, the swim, specifically have a plan for your wetsuit. We're looking, the races are starting to come up right now. At the time of this recording, we're about February, but now's the time to be getting your wetsuit to figure out what style you're going to get a backup, get speed suits, all that kind of fun stuff. So we're going to go over how to formulate your plan on race day. Especially, we're talking about it way early, but you want to have all this stuff figured out before you come up to race day. You don't want to be worrying about it a week or two out and be like, oh crap, I need a wetsuit, and then you're going to pay the highest price for a wetsuit that may not fit the best. So now's the time to start thinking about this kind of stuff. What you need to do is get an historical idea of the water temps on race day. So if you're in a big body of water like Traverse City 70.3, the water conditions, you can always go and Google it. There's plenty of NOAA, there's plenty of other government websites that keep track of the water temperatures. I think for the most part you can guarantee it's going to be wetsuit legal. So get an idea of the water temps in your area at the time of year you're doing the race. So you can figure out, when you go, does water ever get above cutoff for no wetsuit? So there's the cutoffs, the USAT cutoffs. So it's either going to be wetsuit legal for anybody who wants to wear one. There are minimum temperatures you have to have a wetsuit. They won't let you in. There's a cutoff for optional. So if you want to compete for age group awards and it's optional, you cannot wear a wetsuit. If you don't care, you can still wear a wetsuit and start towards the end of the race. Or there's going to be a temperature where it is too warm and they won't let you wear a wetsuit whatsoever. So you need to figure out what race you're doing and what conditions, because if typically it's above the wetsuit temperatures, you might be, looking at, am I going to go sleeveless and then I'm going to have a speed suit backup? If it's guaranteed to be wetsuit legal or at least optional, are you going to go full sleeve, or does it get a little bit hot enough to warrant a sleeveless wetsuit? So you need to know the temperatures of the water at the place you're going to do it, at the time of year you're going to do it. So go look up historical information for the temperatures of the water near race day. So you need to figure out, wetsuit, when it's optional, when it's not optional, when it's required, or are you going to go with a speed suit for a backup? We already gone over, does the water ever get above cutoff in a wetsuit? So that is a condition where, if the water's just too warm, they won't let you wear a wetsuit no matter what. So you need to be prepared for that. And I always tell my athletes and myself, I always have a speed suit. I always bring it with me. So make sure you have a speed suit as part of your plan, as your backup plan. So you go full sleeve or sleeveless. Full sleeve should fit size and put on right. So for me, I wear a full sleeve all the time. There's never been an issue with being overheated. I've done a race in July in Kansas City. The water, miraculously, I think it rained enough the week before that it was wetsuit legal. I wore it for a 1,000-meter swim. Got a little bit warm towards the end, but I did fine. I didn't overheat in the water. I used to do sleeveless just because I couldn't get the shoulders to fit, but after I realized it's a matter of getting the right size wetsuit, and it's a matter of putting it on right so you have flexibility in the shoulders. You should have full range of motion in your shoulders. It should not be tight. It shouldn't pull your arms down to the side. It shouldn't be a fight to raise your arms. If it is, you need to put it on right. I've got plenty of videos on how to put a wetsuit on right. And if to the point you got them hiked up a little bit, further than they should be up on your legs, the key is to get enough room in those shoulders, and it should be sized right. It shouldn't be a problem. So let mobility be the issue with your wetsuit. But if it's going to be hot conditions, if typically the water is above the cutoff that doesn't allow wetsuits, if you're going to bring a wetsuit, I recommend bringing one. Maybe that's a condition where you go sleeveless because you don't want to overheat. So temperature should control which, not the mobility of which you're able to use the wetsuit. Always have a speed suit for backup. I've got 2 of them. I got them off eBay, super cheap, like 20 bucks a piece. Usually they're 150 or something crazy. There's plenty of them out there used. I always have it for backup. It helps a little bit with buoyancy, and it helps with a little bit of heat retention, just because if it's right at the cutoff, personally, I get a little bit too cold in the water, and I like to have a little bit more insulation, so it helps out. Also helps out with streamlining. If you've got tri-suits or whatever you're wearing, it covers all the pockets and everything on your suit, so that way there's less chances that you have resistance in the water while you're swimming. So I always tell people, always bring your wetsuit unless the water temperature is well above the cutoff. So if you use it when it's optional, bring it. If you use it all the time, bring it. I've always got my wetsuit in my bag. I always got room for it because I don't overpack. So always bring it. Always, if you're traveling to a race and you just don't know, bring it. If you're going to your local triathlon and you just don't know, bring it, throw it in the bag. Worst case, you leave it in the bag in the transition and it's not lost. But if that opportunity arises where it's wetsuit legal, man, throw that sucker on, and man, it can definitely boost your swim race and get you in a better position coming out of the water. I know it's kind of helped me to a top 3 age group placing a few times when most people didn't bring their wetsuits, and surprisingly it was wetsuit legal. So, sometimes I look like the rock star at the moment. It was kind of nice, but always bring your wetsuit unless the water temperature is well above the cutoff. Always bring your ski suit. Always, always, always. You can wear it no matter what. As long as there's no rubber in the fabric, it's always legal. So again, make sure there's no rubberized materials. Typically, it's going to have to, it doesn't come over your sleeves, and the cutoff is right above your knees. So anything below the knees or anything that covers your arms is typically not legal, and they will not let you wear it. They'll make you take it off. So make sure it's a true speed suit or a true swim skin, whatever you want to call it. But always bring it. Always put it in your bag. They roll up. They're really tiny. It doesn't take that much space. Always bring a speed suit. I always bring my wetsuit. I always bring my full sleeve suit. I've got a sleeveless still. I'll wear it once in a while. Maybe if I'm training, go to the neighborhood pool when it's filled up and it's like a cold, brisk summer morning or early fall or late spring or something like that. I'll throw it on just to have something to insulate me so I don't kind of get too cold in the swim. But have a plan. Figure it out now. These are kind of the tips that I'm throwing out at you. But have a plan. Figure it out now, so that way you can go to Xterra.com, get your wetsuit for less than $100 probably for a full sleeve. You're paying attention to all the sales, because once you start getting into summer and the full brunt of Ironman, triathlon season, they're going to start raising their prices. You're going to pay full price for a speed suit or a wetsuit. And if you get to an event and you're like, oh crap, I'm really going to need one, or you get to an event and realize you need one, you're probably going to pay $250, $300 for a wetsuit to buy it there at the Ironman Village. So this will save you a few $100. You can train with it and build some confidence, and it's not kind of an oh crap moment on race day. Plan your wetsuit, what you're going to do, what you're going to do for backup, and what type of suit you're going to use. Think about it now. And if you got any questions or any if you want recommendations for any types of wetsuits or anything like that, just let me know, and I'd be happy to share it with you and give you my thoughts. Talk to you next time.